What's going on? Welcome to the video. I'm here with Quincy and Nigel. They're taking a quick nap. And in this video, I'm talking about weight fluctuations. This is one of the most talked about topics with my clients, particularly newer clients in their weight loss journey. So what I'm hoping to do in this video is go over a few things that might help you as well. Number one, I'm going to go over why weight fluctuations happen, right? If we understand a little bit more about why you're seeing fluctuations on the scale, it's easier to deal with them and it's easier to navigate the fluctuations and not get really discouraged about them, right? So number two, I'm going to go over how to navigate these weight fluctuations on your weight loss journey so you can still lose weight predictably long term without being affected by such big fluctuations on a week-by-week basis. And if you watch until the end of the video, I've got a little gift or resource that I'm going to be giving away to you that I think will be really helpful if you are trying to lose weight. So stick around for that as well. All right, so the reason I'm talking about this, I've got my notes down here, by the way. There's a few points I want to hit that I don't want to forget. The thing about weight fluctuations is that they can be so discouraging, right? If you're trying to lose weight and you're doing good, you're eating so well and you're working out and you're putting in all this effort, and then you see the scale spike up 2 pounds or 3 pounds the next day, it can really be an obstacle, and it really is discouraging for so many people. And it's what commonly leads to people either just quitting altogether or changing up their program when it's really not necessary, making impulse decisions with their program or their diet or their cardio based off of what they woke up and weighed that morning, right? So this is a pretty big obstacle that discourages people big time, that we can overcome, that I help my clients with, and I kind of ease the mindset a little bit when it comes to these weight fluctuations. So number one, we're gonna go over why these weight fluctuations happen in the first place. So the first thing is that it's not just happening to you, right? Some people think, oh, my weight fluctuates, thinks that I deal with this, but everybody does. If you're a human being, your weight is going to fluctuate on a day-by-day basis, and everybody sees fluctuations on the scale. My weight was up 1.5 pounds this morning from yesterday. This is common. This is part of being human, and it's never going to go away. There's nothing that you can do to make fluctuations on the scale go away. One of the reasons why we see fluctuations on the scale is water weight. Okay, our body has water in it. We retain water, and on a day-by-day basis, we have more or less water in our body based on how much we went to the bathroom the previous day, based off of how much we exercised or sweat, or how hydrated we are. All these different things play a role in how much water is in our body at a given time. There's even things like sodium that impact how much water your body's holding on to. If you eat a really high sodium meal the night before, last night for dinner, you may be holding on to more water because of that sodium and wake up this morning 1 pound or 2 pounds heavier because of that. So sodium plays into the whole water weight situation as well. The important thing to realize is that if you're trying to lose weight, if you're 30 pounds overweight, you care about losing body fat. You don't really care if there's an extra pound of water weight or 2 pounds of water weight that you're just gonna pee out in a day or two anyway. It's not really something that affects your physique a whole lot, right? The water weight part of it, but that plays into scale weight. And this is just an example of why the scale weight isn't the end all be all. It's not the most important thing. And that's why with my clients, we track various forms of progress. We take progress photos. We log everything that we're doing. We track multiple forms of progress, not just the weight on the scale. So a second reason why it might fluctuate is literally how much food you have in your body. If you haven't went to the bathroom in like 2 days, you better believe you're gonna weigh like 4 pounds heavier. Or if you don't go to the bathroom every single day, if you're not on like a regular schedule of going to the bathroom, your weight's gonna fluctuate way more than somebody, generally speaking, who is going to the bathroom every single day consistently. Okay, this is like the biggest thing, like how much food is in your body right now. It's like saying, you know, do I weigh more or less before I eat, you know, a big dinner or after a big dinner. Obviously, the plate of food and eating it, that's some weight going into my body. So how much you go to the bathroom and digestion and how much food is in your system plays a big role in how much you weigh that morning. And this is another important thing to realize, is that this also doesn't have to do with fat loss. If there's food in your system that you're digesting that you just need to go to the bathroom and poop out, that doesn't mean you're not losing body fat. You could wake up 2 pounds heavier one day because you ate a big dinner and you haven't went to the bathroom yesterday, and still be losing body fat even though the scale spiked up to a couple pounds. So these are the reasons why the weight fluctuates on the scale so much. It's not because of body fat. Your body fat isn't fluctuating on a day-by-day basis to a degree that's, a pound or 2 pounds or 3 pounds, but your water weight is, your digestion and how much food is in your system is. And this is why weight fluctuations happen. And I'm sharing this because it's sometimes helpful to understand and know that, hey, the scale spiked up 2 pounds today, but that doesn't mean I'm doing bad. That doesn't mean that I gained 2 pounds of fat overnight. This leads me into the next point, which is fluctuations on the scale usually don't impact actual fat loss. We don't lose or gain 2 or 3 or 4 pounds of fat overnight. Scientifically, we don't. They say, as of now, that what the science says is that you have to eat 3,500 calories in a surplus, so above your maintenance calories, theoretically, to gain 1 pound of fat. So if your maintenance calories are 2,000 calories, you have to eat 5,500 calories in a day, theoretically, to gain 1 pound of fat. And to my understanding, even that is a reach, because what they're finding is that fat gain is more of a result of your consistent actions. You may not even gain a pound of fat overnight eating 5,500 calories because it was just one day. And you have to be consistently overeating or consistently eating in a calorie deficit in order to lose fat. This is super important. If you're trying to lose 20 pounds, you're trying to lose 30 pounds, it's more about your consistent actions, whether or not you're gonna lose fat or gain fat. It's not about one instance here or there. And this mindset part of it is key for long-term success. You're gonna need to accept that the scale's gonna go up 2 pounds some days. The scale's gonna drop down a pound. You'll see a new low some weeks, and then other weeks it'll spike back up. So this is one reason why mindset is such an important piece of long-term sustainable weight loss. All right, now I'm gonna share with you quickly how I navigate these weight fluctuations with my clients. So what I do is I have them weigh themselves 7 days a week at around the same time each morning. So like I said, if you drink a bottle of water, if you eat something and then weigh yourself, that's gonna be an inaccurate reading because you just added weight into your body. You just drank water, you just ate food. So I recommend weighing yourself first thing in the morning after going to the bathroom, before you eat or drink anything. All right, so that's what I have my clients do, and they weigh in and they do that 7 days a week. So the reason for that is because then we can look at their weekly average weight, understanding 1 or 2 days the scale might spike up a couple pounds. Truth is that your weight on any individual day is irrelevant. Literally does not matter. Because like I said, you could have more food in your stomach, and the second you go to the bathroom, you're 2 pounds lighter. And last night, maybe you went out to eat and you had a higher sodium meal, even though it was a healthy meal. Maybe it was salmon and vegetables and some rice or something, super healthy meal, but a higher sodium meal. So the scale spiked up 2 or 3 pounds. We don't care on any one individual day what your weight is. What we want to know is what the weekly average weight is, because that's going to give a more accurate depiction of where your weight is currently at. And then what I do during their weekly check-ins is I compare their weekly average weight to the previous week's weekly average. This way I can see which direction each client is trending in regards to weight. Are they trending down and their weekly average weight is getting lighter and they're losing weight? That would be a good sign if they're trying to lose weight and their weekly average weight is trending down over time. Even if we had a spike on the scale on this day or that day, overall, as an average, it's trending down. Or is it trending up? Is it trending in the opposite direction that we want? This is the things that I evaluate and that I ask them to collect the information for me so that I can reassure them, hey, I know the scale spiked up on Tuesday, 3 pounds or whatever, but the weekly average weight is actually still trending down, and factually, you're still losing weight. It helps give you a peace of mind to know that you're still moving in the right direction, even if we saw a few spikes on the scale this week or that week or every week. All right, so I hope that makes sense. This also allows us to not let spikes on the scale, fluctuations on the scale, lead to us making impulse decisions. Because where people go wrong is they wake up 3 pounds heavier and they say, screw this, it's not working. I'm gonna eat 1,000 calories a day now. I'm gonna starve myself. Or they wake up and they're 3 pounds heavier and they say, this isn't working. I'm gonna do 2 hours of cardio every day, when they don't need to do that. When in reality, they just didn't poop yesterday, right? And then they go to the bathroom and they're right back to the weight that they were at previously. Don't let the scale, don't let fluctuations, don't let spikes on the scale impact your program and lead you to make impulse decisions on changing your diet or changing your cardio or your program or switching to a radically different or extreme program that's going to lead you to lose weight quicker. So I hope that makes sense. A question from Lori. Let me just see. Quincy's in my lap. Is it just for a weekly average? The average, wouldn't we just weigh in once a week? Sometimes that daily weigh-in. No, that what we don't want is to weigh in once a week, because that could be the day you saw a spike on the scale, right? You may weigh in and you're 2 pounds heavier that week than you were last week, not know, oh, actually, I've been weighing in consistently 2 pounds lighter the entire week until the weigh-in day, right? We want to collect information every day. And sometimes that daily weigh-in can mess with your mind if you've gone up. So that's the point, is to get to a point where you don't give too much value to the daily weigh-in. We're just collecting information. Your weight this morning is literally irrelevant. My weight this morning, even though I was up 1.5 pounds, irrelevant. What matters more is what the weekly average weight is. How can we know what the weekly average weight is if we only weighed in 1 out of 7 days, right? That's like saying, let me take my monthly income average for 2022, for last year, and I only pick 1 month out of the year where I made no money, or I made the most amount of money, and say, oh, that's the average. Well, how do we can't know what the average is unless we collect that information every day or every month in the case of the income example. Hope that helps. If you watched this far in the video, comment down below grocery list if you'd like me to send you a free grocery list that I use in a fat loss phase. So if you're looking to lose some weight, looking to lose some body fat, and you'd like some good ideas at the grocery store, comment down below grocery list and I'll send that over to you for free. And oh, thank you. Quincy is adorable, Lori said. Thank you very much. He's asleep. He'll lay like this all day. And if you're watching on YouTube, then consider subscribing to my channel, because I make new videos just like this every single week. Again, I hope this was helpful. I wanted to talk about this because I was telling a client yesterday, I spend a large portion of my time reassuring my clients, no, don't worry, you're still losing weight. Or I know the scale spiked up 2 pounds, it's gonna be back down by the end of the week, right? And without this reassurance, without this peace of mind, it's all guesswork, right? You're in your head. If you don't have a coach telling you, trust me, I've seen this 3 million times, you're gonna be back down by the end of the week. Or don't worry, I've seen this 3 million times, you're still losing weight. Factually, you are losing weight and there's nothing to worry about. It takes away the guesswork and you get out of your head, and you're less likely to program hop, and you're more likely to stick with it and be patient and stay consistent month after month, year after year. And that's one reason why I'd like to believe that we've got a lot of guys who have successfully lost weight and kept it off over many years, right? A lot of the guys I work with are longer term clients of mine and have made progress year after year in some area or another. So I hope this was helpful. See you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry, Quincy, I'm getting up.